In this video, we're going to get a better understanding of polar coordinates. Here I have shown a polar grid that has many concentric circles. A polar coordinate is denoted with the radius as the first number and theta the second number. The radius is from the pole and the angle is from the polar axes. The pole is at the same location as the origin would be on a Cartesian plane. The polar axis is on the same location as the positive x-axis on a Cartesian grid. Here we're going to mark a point A. We're going to show the many different ways that A can be represented as a polar coordinate. First, we need to determine what the radius is. So we count out how many circles from the pole we have, and we end up with 12. We also want to see the angle. This is on the 60-degree line. Could also be written with pi over 3 if we were in radians. In polar coordinates, we usually go counterclockwise, but we could also go clockwise, but this would create a negative angle. We could also go halfway, or in this situation 240 degrees around, but instead of going out with a positive radius, you would go backwards or in a negative radius. Another way we could get to A is go around the circle an extra time, so we still have a radius of 12. 360 degrees has been added to the original 60, giving us 420, or 2 pi has been added to pi over 3, giving us 7 pi over 3. In showing all these multiple representations for the same point, we say that the polar coordinate system is not a unique system. There is not one unique way to represent a point. Many times we're asked to take a point and write it as a Cartesian coordinate. So this point A is still at the same location. I've lined this grid up to have the same scale and have the origin be the same as the pole, and I want to determine what would be the x and the y coordinate of that point A. This goes back to understanding that many things are referenced with right triangles. So my hypotenuse of the right triangle is also the same as the radius. My angle is also the same as the theta in a polar coordinate. Understanding from my trig, the cosine helps get the x coordinate and sine theta gets the y coordinate, and the 12 will scale it out to the point A. So my Cartesian coordinate for this point is 6, 6 root 3. In this video, I've shown some properties of polar coordinates, how to write and how to graph a polar coordinate, and how to relate it back to Cartesian coordinates